Hello everyone, Soul Esprit. I know you're all scared and you're holding on to your seat right now, hoping the bottom of it doesn't drop out to the floor. Today is March the 11th, 2020. Ooh, there's that 11 again. Illuminati likes to deal with numbers, you know. They think it's fun, like they know something we don't know. Come on, get real. You guys are all losers and you know it. So, is the market crashing? Is this the big crash event that I wrote about in this book? Or is it just a preliminary to it? Is it just a correction in the long-term movement? And I will answer that very quickly. It is not the major crash. It is a correction. It is a fractal 4, and it will break down into a 3. And when that is done, by the end of the year, it will resume its upward march. And it will make a new all-time high by the year 2022, as I said in the previous video that I published on March the 2nd, I believe. Go back and take a look at that one. I showed you the monthly picture, and we were just about finishing up the third subfractal when that came out, and it did fall a little more. Went into a correction up to 4, and then it went down even lower. So where are we at now? That's the question everybody would like to know. It's worth literally billions and billions of dollars. To answer that one question alone, I should be paid billions and billions of dollars, correct? That's how much money is riding on this issue of the stock market drop and subsequent advance. Yet, the reality of the situation is Google is doing everything that it can in its power to suppress my information, to make sure that I remain unknown. And I have very low view counts on all my videos. I discuss the most incredibly important topics in the entire world. And, you know, I'll get 100 views in 5 years. These are life-changing issues, ladies and gentlemen. We're not talking about who's the next pop star out there. And so it's very obvious what's happening to me. The Illuminati knows about me. They are very much afraid of me. They want to make sure that the information that I'm giving you right now does not get out into any mass distribution. So I guess there's a little private communique between me and you. So I expect there'll be about 200 views on this video, just like the last one. Then they start really cutting it down at that point. It'll take years before it ever hits even 500. And so by then, of course, the information is old news and it's not as valuable as it is right now. So yes, this is extremely valuable information, but yet, you know, who really cares? I know that there are very important and powerful people listening to this video right now, I can assure you. And the reason how I know that is because they don't even know what the market's going to do. The information is compartmentalized. And it's only the people at the very top echelon of the Illuminati cabal who really know what's going on, because they are the ones who issue the commands. You think it's coronavirus? No, it's not. It's not coronavirus. There probably isn't even a coronavirus. That's another 9/11 charade. I mean, they play this little game with us. They don't think we'll ever catch on. No, they just decide when they're going to pull the plug, and it probably has to do with numerology. They're Luciferian numerologies, you know, dealing with these so-called mystical numbers. So today is March the 11th. There's another one right there. And right now, what we're seeing is the end of the first phase, the first decline phase of this decline, advance, decline, correction. It even looks as if tomorrow, the 12th of March, could be the last decline. So I expect that it will make another new low, and and then start to make its upward correction. Now, it closed down a record 1,465.45 points today. Can you believe it? The numbers just keep getting bigger and bigger, don't they? It was down even lower than that, by a couple of hundred at least. So, yeah, 1,600 in one day. We're getting huge swings here, unprecedented, never seen anything like this before. So that's how I know that you're all really very tense and you're losing your shirts and you want to know what to do. Some of you have already sold and took the loss. It was totally unnecessary. You should actually be buying more right now. So I guess I am kind of going out on a limb and saying I think the decline is just about over. We should see one more down day, unless it does 3 more down days. Okay, that would put it at Monday. It would be the last decline. I don't know if it's going to do that or not. It could very well be. So if you see a decline on Friday, the 13th, Friday the 13th, right? Then look for another decline on Monday and the reversal the same day. And then it'll start going into a corrective mode. So I think that it probably will bottom out here right around 23,000. Okay? It's at 23,553 and it went down to 23,328 today. All right, so how high will it go up before it starts coming back down again? Because these swings are so such a extreme point advances and declines, I'm going to make the range rather wide. I could get it closer, but I think it'd be prudent of me to make it about 1,000 points, get it within there. Somewhere between 27,000 and 28,000 right now. So you've got maybe a 5,000 point advance after it bottoms out here the next day or 3. Okay? And after that, we'll start dealing with the next leg down, which is going to take it even lower than where it went this time, which again looks like about 23,000. And if you refer back to the previous video where I gave the monthly chart, we are looking at the year 2022 for the top. The crash scenario I have not put online yet. It is in my book, When Will the Illuminati Crash the Stock Market? And also in the book, Fractal Trading 2, for those of you who want some advance notification on that. And of course, the Illuminati is my best buyer of my books. They, again, are very interested in what I have to say. I suspect that in the past, some of my forecasts have actually been countered by their intervention in the market. But of course, that's a long shot. That may not be true. I don't make myself out to be anyone, actually. I just really think I'm just this guy who's got incredible insight and has the blessings of God. That's really what I think it is. This stuff is really easy for me. I don't really strain over it at all. It only takes me a few minutes to figure it out. And I'm not glued to my screen all day, like some of you. Not at all. I don't labor over this. This is so easy for me. It's like, falling off a chair. So, it's going to be a rough ride, and I think you need advance notice. So, in the past, I never did this. I never really gave forecasts like this via YouTube or any other means, other than to publish notices in major media newspapers. I did that for many years, and that's how I have my documented track record, which is in the appendix of the Crash book. So I think that the key thing here is to realize that we are in a very volatile market, obviously, and it's going to retrace, and then it's going to be volatile again, and then it's going to stabilize probably later in the year, possibly going into 2021, but it's going to be a very rough year. And I wouldn't be too concerned about a major crash moving, much further than the 23,000, because there's just not enough technical to support that. So, having said that, and having also warned you that, Google is responding to their Illuminati handlers in making sure that Soul Esprit is totally unknown and that nobody pays much attention to anything that I do, and it just doesn't look like I don't look like any kind of rock star here getting 20 million views. No, I get several hundred. I might get 200 views on this video. If it goes any further than that, it's because Google wants to, they want to just counter what I just said and make it look as if I don't know what I'm talking about. That they usually do that. If I bring this to people's attention, then all of a sudden I start getting views again. So just realize they're keying in on what I'm doing. That's all for now. I will keep you updated. I'll let you know how the bottom works out and how the subsequent correction, what form that takes. So God be with those that are His. Amen.